y'all, and welcome back to another reading. You already know the vibes, divine destiny. We just gonna jump right in. We take this breath to tune in with spirit real quick. At this time, calling forth my spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, asking what messages you have to deliver to the collective today for the progression and elevation in every aspect of life. Giving you gratitude for using me as a vessel and what you do to flow to and through, asking you to shield, cloak, protect, and cover me as I channel. Please, amen. Let's check. Ooh. Ooh, it's two cards. Triumph and success and conflict and defeat popping out together. Prosperity begins. I'm not going to take all these. Stand your ground, coming out with movement, choices, and decisions. So what I'm hearing is that you are already triumphant and successful. Okay, so let's start there. There is nothing to fear. There's no reason for doubt. There's no reason for worry, for anxiety, right? No reason to allow yourself to sit in this energy of conflict and defeat, feeling down on yourself, feeling melancholy about life, right? Because it's already up. The new beginnings have already began to flow into, right? These opportunities, these experiences are already on their way to you. Two on my timer as I'm saying that, right? Prosperity is beginning for you. The spirit is saying you gotta stand on the movement, choices, and decisions that you're making for yourself toward these new opportunities, right? But also you have to stand on the trust and the hope and the faith that your triumph and success is on its way, right? Because if you allow yourself to sit in that melancholy energy, it's going to keep you from seeing the blessings and the abundance that are pouring into you, attracting towards you at this time, right? If your head is down, how you going to see what's up? So this is all being clarified with this King of Wands. The Spirit is asking you to take decisive action in your passions and what lights you up, in the movement, choices, and decisions that you are being guided to make. Be decisive, right? And this might be movement, choices, and decisions that you have to make on your own, right? And maybe that's what's keeping you in the energy of conflict and defeat. Maybe you have to move away from some things, or maybe just the movement, choices, and decisions that you're making are going to put you in a space of what feels like isolation, right? But this is the king, baby. This is the king. You're the king. So the thing of one man or woman, right? Energy is energy. So you are the King of Wands, right? You're sitting and stepping into this position of authority, of power, of recognition, right? And so Spirit is saying not to allow yourself to get feeling woe is me or melancholy about the energy of feeling isolated. And I say that because he's at the top of this mountain. Literally, there's only enough room for him. So with that being said, this position that you're stepping into, these new opportunities, these new beginnings, these new experiences that are occurring or attracting towards you at this time are for you and you only. You've put in the work, you've done the healing, you've done the whatever it is that it took for you to get to this position of authority, right? And so Spirit is saying not to allow yourself to, feel down about it, right? Coming out with the Page of Wands. So it's definitely like there's opportunity, there's passionate, creative new beginnings and endeavors, projects, ideas that are coming to you, right? And Spirit is saying don't just be sitting on them, actually make the movement, right? These new experiences, triumph, and success is a gift to you from Spirit. Spirit is gifting you. And a lot of readers get with this card, past relationships in your youth. But from what I always get with this card, it gives me Spirit is gifting to your inner child. So what I'm hearing in that is that Spirit is gifting your inner child these new experiences, these new opportunities, these new creative endeavors, so that your inner child could live 5 on my timer, so that your inner child can live fully, freely. Right? You are stepping into a place that will allow you to live freely and authentically for your inner child, or from a place of inner happiness, if not from your inner child, right? And this is a gift from Spirit. So they're saying, do not allow yourself to be hung up. Do not allow yourself to be stuck, especially in that mental and emotional melancholy energy, right? Spirit is saying, we're not doing that. Be the fool, step off the ledge, take that leap of faith, and know that that leap of faith is guiding you into this space of triumph and success, right? And even in the Fool, that talks about mentally, right? So we can't carry the burdens of conflict, of defeat, things that didn't work out for us in the past, things that didn't work out while you were climbing this mountain, right? Because now that you're on the throne at the top of this mountain, whatever it is that you had to heal through, deal with, move away from, it doesn't even matter. Do it look like they worried? No. This one focused on the future. This one focused on movement, on passion, on what's igniting you. This one just having a good time, just happy to be here. And that's the energy that Spirit is asking you to be in at this time as you're moving towards your prosperity and abundance. Queen of Pentacles on the at the bottom of the deck, right? So you're moving towards your stability and security, and Spirit is asking you to have fun on the way, right? Wow. So we're looking here at this prosperity begins, and prosperity is beginning for you, right? The work that you put in, the seeds that you've planted, you've been nurturing, you've been watering, you've been weeding, right? You've been rooting out anything that is not feeding that plant, that soil, right? Giving it life and pouring into it, whatever that seed is for you. And it has grown into this beautiful, abundant tree that is ready to be harvested, right? So Spirit is saying it's time to reap what you sow. And right now that's prosperity, right? That's abundance, that's stability, that's security. And this is coming after a moment of a tower moment. This is coming after a moment of maybe releasing or being removed from, with the tower moment, that's abrupt change, abrupt shift. So maybe there are some relationships, friendships, family shifts, work shifts that were shifted for you, right? And when I say shifted, some shit literally crumbled, right? Some things were not built on a sturdy foundation in the first place. So Spirit came and had to knock it down, right? So that you could start to build from a sturdy foundation so that it cannot be knocked over again, right? And I think it's very interesting that this came out, the Three of Cups came out with the Three of Pentacles after that Tower moment, right? So after the Tower moment, you're moving towards celebration, right? There's two ways that I could read this. So you're moving towards celebration and collaboration, period, after this Tower moment has occurred in your life. But also, if this Tower moment for you specifically happened in relationships, family ships, work ships, friendships, whatever it might be for you, and you had to release some people, it was definitely some emotional ties. Maybe these were people that you partied with. Maybe these were people that you celebrated with once at a time that just didn't align with you anymore, and some things occurred and you had to move away, you had to release. So that's what you're being called to do, right? But as that is occurring, it's occurring so that you can make space for it, right? With this Three of Pentacles, it's still collaboration, but this is solid collaboration, right? Where this is not just drinking and libation, so that might be here, right? This is putting in the work. This is creating, right? This is collaboration for business, for prosperity, for abundance, right? And so Spirit is saying anything or anyone that you had to release or remove or walk away from, right, was making room for what is actually, or who is actually in full alignment with the prosperity it is that you're calling in for yourself, right? Your justice with the Wheel of Fortune energy coming in. So maybe with this Three of Cups energy, right, with that conflict and defeat over here on the side, it's definitely giving maybe the relationships that you were in before didn't have the best mental or emotional impact on you, right? So it allowed you, opened you up to sit more in your down on your luck and energy, conflict and defeated, woe is me, melancholy, Eeyore type energy. And Spirit is saying we're moving away from that. that. Life is not happening to you, baby. It's happening for you. And you're being guided into that prosperity. You're being guided into that abundance. You're being guided away from whatever that tower moment is, whatever left you conflicted, defeated, whatever left you feeling melancholy, right? You're being guided out of that. Everything is fine coming in reverse. So whatever swords were in your back or placed in your back, right? Or you're taking them out with every movement, with every choice, with every decision that you make that's in alignment with 1144 on my timer. That's in alignment with your prosperity, with your abundance, with this shift, with this King of Wands energy. Every movement, choice, or decision that you make happily and abundantly in this King of Wands energy is taking these swords out of your back so that you can make the motion, so that you can make the movement and re-step into your prosperity and abundance, which is why Spirit is saying stand your ground, stand on it. Stand on it. Whatever movement, choice, or decisions you're making at this point, from that King of Wands energy, Spirit is saying stand on it, right? But also whatever movement or places, spaces, energy, people you are being moved away from, whatever situation you're being guided out of, right? Spirit is saying stand on that. If you make the choice to leave, stand on that, right? There's no going back. Katy Perry. What's that? The Katy Perry and Juicy J song? So you wanna play with magic? You should know what you're falling for. Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. So maybe with the Knight of Wands right here, I like that. So dark horse from Katy Perry could be very significant. But what I'm getting from that is so you want to play with magic. Okay, so maybe you definitely with that leaning into that energy. Maybe it was people sending you energy, trying to send downfall towards your money, towards your prosperity, towards your abundance. And with that being said, none of that is happening. 1331 on my timer, mirroring energies because it's reflecting back to them. So they want to play with magic and we coming at them like a dark horse. And with that being said, that dark horse is your prosperity, your abundance. You're moving towards your passion, toward what lights you up, towards what's igniting you at this time. And that's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. You moving into your abundance and prosperity timeline is shifting the timeline for anybody or anything that was trying to come up against you is what I'm hearing, right? And so, ooh, that is the sport. Speaking truth, speaking facts. The Spirit is saying make the movement, choices, and decisions that are in full alignment with the truths that are being revealed to you, what you've learned, with the knowledge you've gained, right? With the power and the authority that you sit in, make decisive choices and take action. You are strong enough to move toward this abundance. You have healed through whatever it is that you are being asked to walk away from at this time, right? You have done the work. You have done the healing. You are stronger. You are better now for it mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You have learned to tame that beast within you. You might be sitting in your dark feminine or dark masculine energy right now. And that is you tame the beast, but you do know how to use it. And Spirit is saying that you're being guided to start utilizing that inner strength, that dark horse, that divine, dark, masculine, and feminine energy to guide you, but also propel you towards your prosperity and abundance. And know that whatever any was in the past that had 1515, that had you conflicted, feeling defeated, confused, in illusion, anyone that tried to come up against your prosperity, to your abundance, these new beginnings, right? It doesn't even matter anymore. You know better, so you're absolutely going to do better. So you're not even attracting that energy. You're not even on that timeline or frequency. And things are shifting fast because you are shifting. You are transitioning. You are stepping into your divine, dark, goddess energy. You are accepting it. You are honoring it. 1551 on my timer. Yes, the Spirit is saying not to allow yourself to emotionally withdraw from the people and the energies that are being placed into your life right now for collaboration, right? For creative endeavors, for projects, for business, for movement, right? Because there are definitely energies around you or being attracted towards you as you magnify and move more in your own. Those energies are here to help you elevate. So don't pull away or close yourself off because of whatever this past energy is that was trying to get into you. Why did I say it like that? Maybe it was a relationship that has some third party energy going on. So, destiny swapping type shit. What's up, Spirit? It says flip the deck, caution in relationships, right? So definitely Spirit is not asking you to move blindly going forward, right? Like I said, you know better, so you're doing better. So move with that knowledge, move with the understanding, move with the wisdom that you gain. Looking here at the Queen of Clubs, helpful and confident, highly spiritual, take action and channel your inner strength. Right? So this is the energy that you're stepping into, right? Whether man or woman, you're in that King of Wands or you're in that Queen of Clubs, but this is confident. This is radiant energy, highly spiritual, intuitive. The Nine of Spades, death, depression, anxiety, crossroads, reflection needed. And the thing I heard with that is ending the depression and anxiety cycle that you're sitting in, because like I said, you know better, you do better, which is why they're asking you to reflect, right, on the things that had you or have you in your life currently at a crossroads, and then put an ending to those things, because that is specifically what is keeping you in that depressive or anxious cycle at this time. Six of Diamonds, relationship troubles, confusion, lose the leeches, decisive action. And that sums up basically everything that we were saying here. So any relationship that is, and I'm not just going to say if you're in a relationship and there's a little bit of, I don't even have a word for this. If you're in a relationship and there's a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of static between you, but if you are consistently sitting in a cycle with the same people, the same energies, and the same relationships, and you're going through the same cycle of confusion, the same cycle of illusion, the same cycle of depression or anxiety, right? Spirit is saying that's a leech. Take decisive action to do better because you know better. Channel your inner strength and do the thing. Take action is here twice. So it's definitely movement to be made with this Eight of Clubs, confusion, bag lady, bag daddy energy, burdens and stress. And this is the energy that somebody else or a group of people, or put it where it fits for you, is keeping you. This is the energy that another energy outside of yourself is putting you in. And that's what Spirit is asking you to take action on, right? Because you're not in the energy, you're not in the timeline, you're not in the frequency, right? For real, you're not in the frequency of burden or stress or confusion. So there are energies around you that are trying to pull you into that energy so that you can't see clearly the prosperity that is beginning for you, right? Juggling disapproval of relationships or affairs. So don't go with this confusion, the back and forth energy, right? So maybe sometimes you're like, I really got to release this person. I don't really need to be doing this thing. I should not be going here. Whatever it is for you, right? 2002, mirroring images, reflecting, right? And so this is the shadow and the light energies of yourself reflecting back and forth. The Spirit is saying, take decisive action into that light body. You heard me? Your spiritual team is calling judgment on your circumstances, and this is judgment for you. 2020 on my timer. That year could be significant for you. Your spiritual team is calling judgment on your situation, and this is why they're guiding you away from situations, people, relationships, jobs that are no longer serving you, that are not in alignment for your highest good, highest self, highest purpose, and honestly don't even have your best interest in mind. We're out here getting final messages. Spirit, thank you. Final messages. The 9 could be significant, and that is the ending. We are in the year of 9. This is the ending. So how you choose to move within this year is going to be amplified. You are moving towards your fulfillment of wishes, right? So the things that you've been asking for, praying for, manifesting, calling into yours are here for you to receive at this time, which is why Spirit is asking you to release whatever it is, whoever it is that has you remaining in this cycle of illusion or confusion, so that you could really see and feel and step into the fulfillment that you're asking for, right? Because it's absolutely time to harvest, to reap what you have sown, the seeds that you have planted. So step into your power, recognize that you are the co-creator of your beautiful life, and you have all the authority, especially with this King of Wands energy. You are in the authority, right? You are in the frequency of authority to actually fully call in what it is that you want to see in your life. So there is no reason for you to sit in two minds, back and forth, conflicted mentally, emotionally. Whatever it is that's causing you conflict, whatever it is that's keeping you stuck, whatever it is that's keeping you stagnant, whatever it is that is keeping you down, or trying to hold you back from fully recognizing, stepping into your authenticity, your power, or your prosperity. Spirit is saying you are free, and matter of fact, being encouraged to release those things. And when you do walk away from them, things are going to start flowing into your life at an accelerated motion. We're looking here at the bottom of the deck with the throat chakra. So say what you need to say. Speak up. Speak up. Speak what this conflict is. And yes, with this number of 9s, it is going to create an ending. And maybe that's what keeps you back and forth juggling in your own mental, because you already know what it is. You already know that when you choose to speak up, say what you need to say, express yourself fully and wholeheartedly, step out of this mental conflict, that you are going to create an ending, sever a tie, cut the cord of some type, right? And Spirit is saying doing that is what is going to open you up to your prosperity. Doing that is what is going to help you make space and make room for what it is that you are calling into yourself. Because whatever it is or whoever it is you're holding on to at this time, or you were holding on to, right, while they were in your life for a reason and a season, not everybody is here for a lifetime. And it is time for you to move forward so that you can elevate and prosper. And that doesn't mean you have to have bad blood with anybody. Don't get me wrong, because the way these cards was laying out, you might not be messing with these people, which is fine. But it's okay to forgive so that you can make more space in your heart, so that Spirit can pour more love into you. And when I say love, I don't mean just in relationships. The universe is always pouring love into you. This reading is the universe pouring love into you right now. But if your heart is closed from whatever past situations, you're only going to have the capacity to hold a certain amount of love. So Spirit is asking you to open your heart. Don't be afraid to forget yourself, your circumstances, your situations, and the people related to those situations, and know that you are being led and guided into your prosperity. That has been the message. Thank you so much for tuning in and tapping in with me. If you enjoyed this message, like this video, leave a comment. Let me know how it resonated with you. If you need anything from me, it's in the description box below. And until next time, stay divine.